I talk to people all day long. People come to the office, they sit in the couch, they sit in the chair, they sit in different positions. And a lot of times you have to imagine what I do is I observe, I look at them and I kind of gauge their reactions. I sometimes will ask a question, not because I want to know the answer, but because I want to see how they behave, how they will react. It's interesting, some things you observe, some things are kind of peculiar. For example, I've caught a lot of times where people nod excessively. They go like this, they go into this shaking mode, like they nod excessively a lot. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? And how does that kind of portray what their personality is? And I always kind of told people, look, the way you kind of nod is, gradually I kind of call for this 1, 2, 3, tell me more. Kind of this type of mode where you nod, but you don't nod excessively, more or less rhythmically. You kind of create this rhythm. And there's another thing, what I kind of always do to people, and I say, what do you think when I tell you this, when I show you this motion? That kind of indicates agreement. When I kind of nod and I show this, instinctively people start to nod also, and they start to kind of like agree with me. Whatever point I'm making, I can tell them, hey, I'm flying to Mars tomorrow. And they're like, well, but instinctively in your mind, you start to agree with whatever the person is saying. So it's interesting to see how people react, how people, behave in response to a question, in response to a movement for me, or how they behave, and I observe it and I kind of pay a lot of attention to that.